Who is Reath Silas? The main character in Star Wars Into the Dark, Reath Silas is a skillful Padawan who had somewhat of a privileged apprenticeship. His master, the great Jora Malli, is a member of the Jedi Council. Reath spent a great deal of his time on Coruscant in elevated diplomatic meetings and prefers books and studying to the thrills and dangers of real adventure. Sent out on the frontier, he has many run-ins with many Jedi in Into the Dark, which is, I would definitely say, is one of the better parts of... I just hit my knee on my desk. Which is definitely one of the better parts of Into the Jedi, is that it gets into a lot of the different Jedi that Reath has interaction with. Comac, Jora Malli, Leox, who is in a Jedi, Apihalo as well, who is in a Jedi, Des Ryden, which is a Jedi. You know, the characters in this book I think are really good. However, I do think Reath Silas is a pretty underwhelming character for him being the main character. The book definitely does a real good job of building the world and like richness of the characters inside of the High Republic era of Star Wars. But in terms of Reath Silas, he's kind of a little bit plain. You know, someone who prefers the diplomatic meetings to Star Wars and then gets sent off to the frontier to realize, like, hey, this is where life is really lived, or, you know, stuff like that. A very, not classic, but a very cliche, I would say, in terms of, like, a main character. You know, to truth be told, I would actually love to know a lot more of what's going on in terms of, like, the politics of the High Republic era. You know, in expansion time, you know, there has to be turmoil. You know, the Great Works Project has to have people against it and whatnot. And then also with the Jedi having their rise of power as well, people have to be against that as well. But in terms of Reath Silas, I think he's, you know, a decent character. He definitely was a good vehicle for the book Into the Dark. And like I said, I did enjoy the book. But in terms of a character, he's not really fleshed out yet. He's still very young, so we could see Reath, you know, grow inside of the High Republic and eventually maybe into, pre-Clone Wars era, I would say. But Reath Silas, that's who he is. He's kind of, jack of all trades, master of none, I would say. Master of reading, I don't know. But Into the Dark, it's a good book. You should maybe read it. Maybe not. Who knows? Till next video, goodbye.